and to console each other.
Hello. I am sorry, but I must interrupt this show. You know what it is? Hey, Ham Solo. It's time, baby. Low. It's time how we do. Hey. They said we said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we go. We say that you heard right. 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 They said we said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said strong. They said we said go. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you man, I swear that it's imminent. I've been going so hard on my penmanship. About to go in and buy me a wheel. And I pull that shit fresh off the dealership. I can leave you on red like an Xbox. Got me laughing at you like you red fox. Got you chasing Hot Wheels like a matchbox. EA running the game and it don't stop. Super cold like I'm playing for Blizzard. Got you all in my sights like Red Dead Redemption. Never gonna slip on my pimpin'. Better get out my way, bitch, I'm on a mission. Really ain't no competition. I'm steady grilling opposition. I'm get up and ready to win. They can play it how they play, but fuck what you say. I'm getting this money today. Last of us like a dying breed. Down the ride like a noble steed. Fatality moves, I make it bleed. That's on any game, that's on any screen. Shut up and give me your money. They said we so lit. Even if I take an L, we coming back just to show that we don't quit. They said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said go.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 87th installment of The Lowdown on TSWS Gaming. I'm Loke7, and joining me today, as usual, is Ham Solo.
Hey.
Ham, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing all right. I'm doing pretty good. I just got done doing a lot of stuff, so I'm still a little hyper. But
we can tell.
But yeah, I mean, I'm doing generally pretty good. I mean, if you can see on the screen, this is kind of what I've been getting down on, more or less Stalker. I mean, let me hit that rewind button and go back to the beginning. This is what I've mostly been playing as of lately is the original Stalker game. Bitch is old as a motherfucker, but it's nice that they updated and remastered the game.
Yeah.
But there's only so much that they could. It's like an MGS remaster, right? It's only so much they can do to it, right? It's just gonna be rough. It just is what it is.
Yeah. And considering what they do to a lot of these remakes for the modern audience, maybe it's best that they left it as a remaster, not a remake. Welcome in legendary Yobi, peace, love, life, and Vincent Vega. Good evening. This is our new time slot. We're starting 30 minutes later than usual. So instead of 8 p.m. Central African time or 2 p.m. Eastern, it's now 2:30 p.m. Eastern.
And I got some anger to go with that, right? So I'm not happy that we're changing the time, but unfortunately I have to. So there's something that's going on with schools nowadays where, because I don't remember this being a thing.
Okay.
But like in schools now, like every Wednesday, they get out at like 1-ish. Every Wednesday. And I'm just like, why? It just seems like so unhelpful. Like, luckily I'm able to, be able to do that, right? But I remember just a few years ago, I was just like your regular person that worked during, work first shift, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like, I just don't understand where they get off thinking, hey, the middle of the week, we get off early. But Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday and Friday, it's normal. It's just like an extra adjustment. It's unnecessary. I don't understand what the deal is. Maybe I don't know. Maybe the teachers ain't getting paid enough or something. I don't know why, right? But I remember back in when I went to school, back when we were young, like full day of school, Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday was a full day of school. The only time we got early days is if they were scheduled or some sort of emergency happened, or your squad is going to like a playoff or a state championship and you guys can leave early to go watch them or something like that, right? Like school camaraderie kind of stuff. But now it's just like there's a ton of different days that they already have off already. I think more than I had before, and now they got a like every because I checked it. I was like, at the beginning of the year, I checked it. And I was like, okay. I was telling even you on a few episodes back. I was like, yeah, I gotta go pick up my daughter this Wednesday.
Yeah, I remember.
And I thought, and because remember last year, I only did that every once in a while, right? This year, it's every Wednesday. And I'm just like, every Wednesday of the school year? Like, that's insane. And then they ask you, hey, why isn't like such and such, or why aren't people learning at the same pace as maybe back then, or like, or you have any questions about education and why it maybe not be working to its fullest extent? Maybe we need to ask why there's less schooling than there was prior. I don't know. Just what I think.
Well, we could go down the rabbit hole about the purpose of what
stinks. I don't think we should do that.
Sorry?
So I think that rabbit hole would stink while we're trying to sit here and enjoy video games.
Well, I'll just be brief then. Education really isn't to increase the mindset of the people going to school. That's not the purpose. But we're not going down that
that's that, man. See, look, the goalposts got huge.
Yeah. Ron Slasher, welcome in. Ron Slasher says State of Replay was lame. Raichi giving it a -10, a -11 out of 10. Sour Blow, welcome in. What is your time difference with the East Coast? It's about 6 hours. So it's 8:40 my time right now.
Maybe I'm a terrible person, but I thought the showcase was pretty good. I had a good time.
We'll get into it. We'll get into it.
I gave it an 8.
8.
Yes, I did.
And I'm the pony.
I gave it an 8.
This guy. Okay. Baby Steps Collection Edition. Mark Cerny's diaper. God damn. Let's school you in the army now. Status quo. Schools are the first part for human resources. All right. Ham, you spoke about what you've been playing. I was playing Football Manager last night, and it wasn't going well, right? It was not going well for the first 2 games. No, actually, we won the opener, and then we lost 2 games in a row. And then we rattled off 3 wins, and now we're like close to the top of the table. So that's what I've been playing. I haven't been able to power up the PS5 or the Series X since last night. So yeah, plenty of Xbox games shown yesterday. Messi. Ghost of Yote, 11 out of 10. Okay, Ham. Let's do this. Let's get into it.
Damn, man, it's only been 8 minutes. You want to get into it already? Like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Gloves are off.
Because it's going to be we might have like a 3-hour podcast on us today.
Please, well, let me go ahead and throw this out here. Let's start, because I want to set up this battle. All right, I want to set up the as like college football or
Retro.
NFL or the NBA, they all have like, sometimes they'll have like a neutral zone game in the middle of the season. Like let's say we're in London right now. All right, we're because we're not playing in Texas in your home. We're not playing here in Iowa, unfortunately, where I am. I don't like living in Iowa. But anyways, like I mean, it has nothing to do with the people. The people here are fine. It's just like it's just not my vibe. But all right. I am saying strong 8. Are you in the positive or in the negative? Like, going ahead and choose your lane right now, because we're gonna go back and forth.
Negative. I'm with Lady Foxfire in the chat.
Negative. Okay, you're negative. All
She
right.
gave it
All
a
right.
4.
So
She gave it
all
a
right.
4. I gave it a 3. Same WhatsApp group. Me and Lady
I
Fox.
am now Goliath, and you are David. We know what should happen, but a brother just drank a
What?
Knox right now. I drink essentially a monster right now. So Goliath is feeling feisty. You know, I'm not falling back on you. I'm ready to lean on your neck. Like Goliath is ready right now. All right,
Listen,
so let's go on ahead
it's
and get into it. Luke,
2024.
you have the floor. Go on ahead and start asking your questions. I see that you have uh a little thing, a little video or
It's the
page that
IGN
you pulled up.
IGN page that
Yeah.
it's essentially like summarized
IGNA.
everything. What you mean? Oh, IGN Africa. Yeah, yeah. Legendary Yobi, Peace, Love, Life. Retro gave it a solid B. Like I said, I'm with Lady Foxfire with the 4. I give it a 4 out of dual senses. God damn.
Oh, you said a
4 out of dual
4.
senses. That's
Oh
rough.
my goodness.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's go. Ham. The reason why I gave it a 4, right? I did what you've been asking for all this time, because remember, like these last few weeks, I've been spouting the saying that is true. It is true that most people don't care about X, or most gamers don't care about Y. I'm speaking about.
Yeah, look what happened. This is a
All right,
4. Come
all
on,
right.
man.
And so you brought out something that actually made sense, and you're like, dude, if you wanted to hear about most people, you'd go to, I don't know, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. People are here for TSWS. They're here to hear what Loke 7 has to say, what Ham Solo has to say, what Cozy has to say.
No, they
what
just want to
Matt-
hear what you gotta say. They don't want to hear what I gotta say. I can guarantee that. And not today. Not today.
Oh no, today you might be like the one everyone loves. Just for today
Ooh,
though.
I don't know.
What was your guys' score for the Xbox show, and what is your score on this again? I gave the Xbox show a 9 out
I
of
gave it a
10.
9.5, I believe.
Yeah,
I gave it a really high score.
yeah, if I remember correctly, I gave it like a 9 out of 10.
I
This
might
I
even
give
gave it a 9.75. I don't know. I might even gave it that. It was either a 9.5 or a 9.75. It was one of the two. It was crazy.
I give what the hell, 4 Concords out of 10. Okay. A Ham.
Slusher
The
needs to
reason
change
why,
his name to Slasher because he be slashing, bro. He
yo,
slashing.
he's as cold as a slasher, so maybe, maybe.
Sure.
Loki is spitting facts. No one cares about Pokemon XY. 4 new controller designs versus 1. When I saw those controllers, Ham, I was like, is this the Xbox showcase? What's going on? What's going on? When I saw those controllers, I was like, huh?
Oh man, enjoy.
Although the Xbox did this rubbish, but here we are. Anyways, so you want to know why I gave it a 4 out of 10, correct?
I mean, yeah.
Let me, instead of putting this up, I watched the show, right? I watched it this afternoon, and I wrote my fresh thoughts as I watched it. So let me remove IGN
You over
here.
here Sunday driving in the fast lane right now, motherfucker. Like,
What do you mean?
You don't know what Sunday driving is?
No, I have no idea what that is.
Sunday driving is when you're driving hella slow.
Yeah.
Just like without a care in the world, you're oblivious to anything going on around you because you don't care.
Okay.
And you're in the fast lane with a line of people behind you waiting to get moving. That's what I'm saying, brother.
All right, let's get to it then.
Sunday driving in the fast lane.
Let's get to it, right? So they showed 5 more Astrobot speedrun levels. And this is my honest thoughts. I don't care. But
did you write this shit?
For real? Yeah, I did.
No. Time out real quick. This deserves the entire screen. for a moment. Like this deserves everything.
Yeah, yeah. Everything, everything.
There you go.
Go ahead. Go ahead and read. Ew, word. Okay, sure, whatever. I like Microsoft
He
Word.
said ew on the word. That's all you could think about right now.
Man.
That's all we thinking about.
Man.
Yeah, I'm gonna make us hella small right there. There we go. Now we could see. This is what's
Now we can see
cracking.
what.
Oh, yeah, now we can
All
see
right.
what's cracking right now. All right, so go on ahead and read it off. Read it off. Go ahead.
So yeah, Astrobot, I don't care, right? But free DLC is nice.
You wrote that in. I just noticed that you wrote that in parentheses. I don't care. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
yeah, I don't care. But free DLC is a nice touch for the people that do. Nice touch, but I don't care, right? Midnight Walk, again, I don't care. It might be a good idea for them to keep releasing games for both the PS5
I'm
and the
blown away you
PS4.
wrote an essay. I'm blown away that you took
What?
notes on this
Yeah,
shit and you were like,
dude.
yo,
What? I care.
I'm proud of you. I'm happy with it. Like, keep
I
going,
care.
please.
Yeah. So yeah,
You put
I
in
don't care about
all
Midnight.
caps. I don't care.
But if you notice with Midnight Warcam, it's going to be playable on PSVR 2 and PS5. And I think it's a good idea for them to think
It is.
about
I did
maybe
say that when I was watching. I was like, that's a good idea. In
if
case you
they
don't
think
want to.
about maybe doing that for all the PSVR games, that might be a great idea. You can open it up to more people, you get more people playing, and also the VR guys get what they want. But you will also get the people that just have the PS5, they can now buy the game and play it as like a first person game. It's an idea. I think they should do that. Next, Hell is Us. Finally, a game I was actually interested in. Looks like another Souls like. Let's fucking go. That was my thought. As soon as I saw Hell is Us, I was like, Hell is definitely us. Let's do this. Next, PSVR Metro game. I don't care. It's PSVR. Next, Arc Age Chronicles. Looks like another Souls like, but with way more cutscenes. I'm curious. Like I'm not super interested. I'm not hyped. It didn't look very polished, but I'm curious. Next, Powered on PlayStation. Nice. Pretty cool. Next is Luna Remastered Collection. I don't care. I know a lot of like classic RPG guys like it or whatever, but I was like, I don't give a crap. Next, Sonic stuff connected to the upcoming movie. I love Keanu Reeves, but I don't care about Sonic. I've never cared about Sonic, like at all. I've enjoyed one or two stages back in the Sega generation, but not really stressed about Sonic. Everborn Saga, if you see this, I'm so sorry, brother. I'm so sorry. But that's how I feel. I don't care about Sonic. Next, Fantasia Neo Dimension into the backlog. It looks good or decent. I'm putting it in the backlog. I'll play it in 2000 and I don't know, 35. We'll see. Next, Dragon Age Veilguard. The one thing that kept coming into my mind watching all of that mid, right, was who
You're
wants to buy Baldur's Gate 3 for me on PC? If anyone in the chat wants to buy Baldur's Gate 3 for me on Steam or whatever, I'm open to it.
That's
Thank you.
crazy.
Because Baldur's Gate 3 is a proper RPG banger. This looks mid. I might give it a go. But from what I've seen so far, it feels like it looks like a game that if you never touch, you haven't missed out on anything. That's what it looks like to me. Next, Alan Walk 2, The Lake House. This game was mid for me. I know it won Game of the Year last year or whatever at the Keeleys, but for me it was mid. But at least the people who like it are getting lots of DLC. So it's a dub for the people that actually like the game. Good on you guys. Next, Hitman VR. I still don't care because it's VR. Next, Soul Reaver 1 and 2 remastered. It's going to the backlog. Next, Fear the Spotlight. I don't care. I started typing IDC, bro. That's how much I didn't care. Like to the point I didn't even care to type out the whole thing. Just IDC, bro. IDC. Next, Towers of Agabsa. Another cozy game. Not my jam, but it looks cool. I think Cozy's gonna like Towers of Agabsa. Next, Dynasty Warriors Origins. Another one. Like, I just know it's another Dynasty Warrior game, but I don't really care. Next, the new Monster Hunter game looks nice or nice enough. That's cool. Next, Lego Horizon. I almost fell asleep. Next, Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered.
Let's go.
That's when I actually fell asleep. And then I had to wake up and rewind it, right? I had to wake up and rewind the stream. Because you can't have two Horizons back to back to back. Dude, what are you trying to do? I already have NyQuil for my flu. I don't need digital NyQuil. Next, Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade is my game of the year, but I don't care about photo mode. Honestly, I don't care about photo mode. And I was already streaming the original soundtrack on YouTube. So I was like, whatever. And then they showed 2B. And I was like, pause. I might have to reinstall Stellar Blade. Anyways, next, PS Plus monthly games, solid editions, WWE 2K25, pretty good. Next, PS5 Pro. If you guys can remember that video of Mark Cerny talking, did you guys see like the center of his neck? Was I the only one that noticed that, Ham? Did you not notice that?
I mean, I wasn't paying attention. No, I guess not.
All right, just check and rewatch. Check when you rewatch, and then tell me what you see. And last, but definitely not least, Ghost of Yote looks like a good time. I gave it a total of 8 out of 23, and this is like no emotions, right? Essentially, what I did was I took all the announcements, right, and I left them as like points, right? I left them as points, and 8 the positive stuff that I saw here. It's just 8 out of the total of 23. I saw 8 that I kind of was interested in, kind of liked, gave them a positive 8. And if we're looking at it like an out of 10 score, I was like, fine, let's half 8 to 4 and half the 23 to 10, 4 out of 10. No emotions, just clear statistics. Tell me I suck, Cam. Tell me I'm wrong.
I mean, you're absolutely wrong. You're absolutely wrong to think what you think. You didn't even list all the games.
Which ones did I miss? Let's put up the IGN article, because I know they got all the games. Hold on. Let's put up the IGN article. Here we go. So tell me which games I missed, because Ghost of Tsushima I mentioned. Horizon Zero Dawn I mentioned. Monster Hunter I mentioned. Astrobot DLC I mentioned. Midnight Walk mentioned. Hell is Us. Pal World.
Hell is Us?
Metro.
Did you mention it? I don't
Yes.
remember you mentioning Hell is Us.
I did. Do you want me to pull it back up?
That was the one that I didn't. That was the one that I didn't think you mentioned.
No, dude. No. Like Sour Blow said, this he works for IGN. It's his job to take notes. I didn't miss out any of these games.
Okay, fair enough. All right, go back to the go back to the other
You gotta go back to the list.
The list, yeah. Go back.
All right. Let's go back to the list. Let's go back to my crazy notes.
Okay, because I'm finna let you know.
Go ahead, Em. Go ahead.
And I'm gonna put this up on the screen. Just
Yo,
for
Lady Foxfire, I'm sorry. I don't care about Sonic. I don't even, like, not even a little.
Because here it comes. Because here it comes, you know. Here it comes. I'm finna just I'm finna just slap the shit out of that weak ass slingshot that you think is tough. I'm finna knock that shit into the stratosphere.
Mike Johnson, 10 out of 10. Are you high, brother? What?
here, I gave it a 8 out of 10, and I'm gonna use I'm gonna use some of your list,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna say the correct things about it instead of whatever the fuck it is, right? Because
Sure.
because what you said was just inappropriate.
Sure.
It was really
Sure.
mean. It was really mean. Like, let me go on ahead and go through this. All right. So
Thank you, Sour
five
Blow.
more,
Appreciate you, man.
5 more Astrobot speed run levels. The
The-
speed run levels in Astro's Playroom was probably the better parts of the game, in my opinion. To see that they're adding 5 more levels of that,
Yeah.
dope. You say you don't care. Free DLC is a nice touch, though, sure. But I'm saying PlayStation, yo, we got free God of War, and now you're giving us free Astrobot. Like,
Hell
what's
yeah.
changing over there? All right, so I'm happy about that. Yeah, Midnight Walk. I didn't care about that either. What was that? One of the Souls looking games?
No. Meanwhile, it was the one of the PSVR and PS5.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, I didn't care about that. Hell is Us. I'm with you on there. It looked interesting, but I could forget about it and see it again next generation. Be like, oh, okay, I'll give it a shot. But not really dying to check that out. Metro,
Damn.
another VR game. Metro, yo, like me seeing Metro games in VR makes me want to get more into VR
Okay.
because I
Okay.
know that they give a damn about those games, right? The only thing I didn't
Okay.
like in that game was the floating hands. I hate floating hands. I hate floating hands. I want to see the arm. I want to see the
Yeah.
sleeve of the
Hitman
person that I'm
VR has the
moving around.
arm. Hitman VR has the arm.
It did, and I
Yep.
gave it its kudos, but we'll get to that.
Damn, man, they're coming for you in the chat. God damn. Yo.
I told you it's not going to be a good day for me in the chat.
Yeah.
But anyways, Arc Age Chronicles, Souls. So it's kind of like for me a little bit, but
Yeah.
it looked really clean.
Lots of cutscenes.
A story that makes sense. That'd be nice. You know, a story that you can actually a story that you can actually follow fairly easily. That would be nice. I shouldn't say that makes sense. I should say one that's more entertaining to follow. Because like Liza P, sure, I could see why that would be an entertaining one to follow as well. But like I said, not really caring about Souls right now. Power World on PlayStation. I mean, come on now. We can't say that ain't a banger. I mean, I enjoyed the shit out of Power World.
Can you not read?
I'm not buying
comments?
it. I'm not buying it on there because I already own it on Xbox, and since I own it on Xbox, I own it on Xbox and PC. But now they get a good taste of what I've been eating, and they're gonna be like, "This is good." So I'm happy. Good for you guys. Moving on. Lunar Remaster Collection. I didn't care about that. I'm right there with you. The Sonic, the Sonic stuff, I'm excited about. Got to see newly made Shadow with Keanu Reeves in it, and it made sense. Like, you know, I didn't even think about who was behind the voice until they mentioned it, and I was like, oh yeah, that it is him. And I was like, that just made sense in my mind. I just thought, you know, that you know how some characters have you know, a voice actor playing and you just don't even think about who could be doing it. You're just like, that sounds right. It sounded right to me.
Yes,
so,
it did.
So I'm happy that and that's a great actor to have for that role because he's always kind of had that anti-hero kind of esque kind of with him. You see him in the Matrix, you see him in, you know, the what's I'm blanking on the John Wick movies. John Wick. You know, like I mean, he's usually more on the good side than evil at all, but he's also usually fucking insane in everything that he plays, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Or he's going insane. One of the two.
Yeah. Damn, man. People are
days.
shaking their heads.
I haven't seen him play a normal role since like Speed. I remember back in Speed, he played
Yo,
like a
Speed was
pretty normal
nice.
role. Speed
That
was
was
real
nice.
nice.
With
But
Sandra Bullock.
he also but when he played that movie with the dude from Roadhouse, where they were like surfer bros and shit, and they were robbing banks. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Nope. I'm lost. I don't know what movie you're talking
Bro,
about.
that movie is so fucking good. So
If-
fucking good. You should go
If
check it out.
anyone knows this movie, please plug it.
I don't remember what it's called, but it is phenomenal. But he was. I felt like that was the movie that like made him like go Point Break. Thank you. It was Point Break.
Oh,
Yeah, Point Break. Amazing movie.
I
Freaking
thought it was
amazing.
Bill and Ted that made him famous.
Yeah, I mean that was his really early days, right? That was like before he was like even like taken super duper serious, right? He was like like the Bill and Ted shit, like where he acted like stupid and high all the time. But anyways, I'm loving in the chat. You guys are on my side today, and I'm loving it. I appreciate it, y'all.
Oh, they're not on your side.
Keep rolling with me for a little while because this is great. But anyways, let's move on to the next one, y'all. Sonic, phenomenal to me. Fantasia Neo Dimension. I don't know about that. I need to see more on that, to be honest. Just what I gotta say about that one. Dragon Age: The Veilguard. I want it. Who wants it? I want it. It looked amazing to me. I don't know what anybody was saying about all this DEI and all that stuff. Like, I don't care about any of it. I'm not thinking of any of that crap. I don't care about it. I was looking at the options and watching them go through the boss fight and how they pulled up the menu, and I was like, oh, that reminds me of fucking Mass Effect. Yeah. I was like, that reminds me of Mass Effect right there. They choosing the things to do and whatnot. And just the attacks looked really fun and cool. It reminded me of a game I played earlier this year that was Dragon's Dogma, right? How you just have kind of a crew with you sometimes, or like people just around that are helping you with this particular fight. And
and look at the screen.
Oh, whatever, man. I'm telling you, man, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great, and I appreciate your well wishes. But maybe you want to direct that to somebody else that may need it. But anyways, moving forward, Dragon Age Veilguard looks phenomenal, and that looks like a must-play game, in my opinion. Alan Wake 2, I feel the same way Loke does. I wouldn't say the game is mid, but it's just not something I'm looking to play right away. I have the ability to be able to play it right away. The person I'm sharing games with owns both 1 and 2 and all the DLC. I'm just not that interested in playing it right now, but it's pretty cool to see that they're still whatever. That they're still supporting it and putting out new DLC for Hitman. We talked about that just a little bit ago. I thought that was dope that they showed the cuffs and whatnot, and then also how it had pieces of the game that you could actually like hold up like a little mirror thing and actually see what's like around the corner. Like I thought little things like that was pretty cool to have as an addition of the game. To me, if I'm being honest, my VR stamina is pretty whack. I'm not sure if I'd be patient enough to play that game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I have that type of patience to play that game. So that'd be something I'd play like after having something maybe a generation or two from now. Like that's not something I'm trying to get right now, but I like what they're doing with it. And maybe once it gets a little bit more regular to play games on VR, then I'll be into it. But right now, VR it's hard for me to really want to do unless I'm playing like Flight Sim or like a Gran Turismo racing-esque game, if you see what I'm saying. Just because games, it just feels like I can just be in my seat and just
makes sense.
Handle business. Yeah, right. Yeah, just being in a driver's seat, right? But anyways, these people are loving me. This is what's up. Anyways,
asking what chat is Ham watching, not this one. God damn.
Man.
At least
I'm
Ty is on
letting
your
them have
side.
today is my day. I'm going. But anyway, Soul Reaver 1 and 2 remastered. Phenomenal that they brought the game back. They're seeing if people, in my opinion, they're bringing this game back to see how much people are interested in it and
In the
thoughts of
franchise.
making a new one and possibly in the future. So I hope that is the idea behind it because let's go. That sounds great. Fear the
God
Spotlight.
damn.
Can you help me remember what that game, which one that was?
That was the one where they took like PS2 or PS1 graphics and then they made it into like a
Oh God, no.
high school drama
That was
thing
like
with chicks.
that was the worst game of the show, in my opinion. I couldn't do it. When I
That
seen
was
that,
the
I was
worst?
just like, no, not a chance. Like I just can't do that.
Now Ham is hopped up on the sauce. Yo, there's theories in the chat. Ham.
But anyways, moving on because that game was whack. That was the worst game of the show. So I'm gonna say
Yeah,
that right
was
now.
whack. It was pretty whack.
Towers of what was it?
Agabza.
Agazba. Okay, Towers of
Agabza.
Agazba. Yeah, that game looked really pretty, but it didn't really seem like it had enough for me to want to do it. And it just seemed like I'm just growing a world, and
Yeah.
that's it. Like I don't know. I feel like there's simpler games I could do that in and have just as much fun.
Yeah.
Now Dynasty Warriors Origin, fuck out of here, Loke, with this another one. I'm gonna say it more like DJ Khaled, another one. It's like because that shit is looking hot. That shit is
like,
looking
I don't
great.
hate it.
The amount of enemies on the screen and just like the quality of the way that they look.
The amount of enemies on the screen. Excuse me?
What? I mean, they've always had a large amount of enemies on the screen. I know. I'm talking about. Are you talking about what? Space Marine?
No, you're the one who said like the amount of enemies on screen. I'm like, all right, and that's what they always do.
I know, but I've always been a person that kind of gets drawn in each time I see
you like that.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I really do to see that because I mean, if you've played Dynasty Warriors, there's been times where you're just literally just running around the map, just taking motherfuckers out, and you just like look over at your score, and once it goes past the hundreds, it just like gives you the solid like 1K, and then it goes up to 2K and stuff like that, and I just really, I don't know.
Combos are nice. Combos are nice, man.
It's kind of like squeezing a stress ball. That's what that game feels like to me.
You know what my frustration with those games are? For me, it kind of loses its zest after the first like 2 armies that you've defeated.
I feel that.
It's a bit much. By the time you've done it, by the time you're at the end of the game, you're exhausted. For me, at least, I was like, "Nah, I'm good."
That's almost why you have to pretty much play it like multiplayer with a friend
to get through it faster.
Well, not just to get through it faster, but also to better coordinate. To get, I mean, yes, I mean, coordinating it is getting through it faster, right?
True.
But also just to have kind of the camaraderie of hanging out with somebody while you're doing it, because to me it's kind of like Helldivers or
Space Marine
or Space Marine or God, what am I thinking? or Earth Defense Force. Okay. So it's like a game that's really fun, right? But it's like, dude, it can get old in like an hour or two if you're just playing by yourself. Like there's not enough, like for me, there's not enough like interest in the story or variety just all around. You're more or less doing the same thing from the beginning of the game to the end. You're just upgrading material.
And also you're upgrading like the combos that you can do, and the really awesome combos, they come in later in the game. And also, for me at least, the clearing of the crowd sucks. If I could get rid of that part and then go to the bosses straight, that would be nice.
That's why you got to get that horse, bro. Get that horse and get the jumping.
get to hopping
You just
and
gotta look like
skipping.
Meek Mill. You gotta just hop your way on over there.
I'm
And
trying to do a
fucking
lot of things, man. I'm trying to do a lot of things. I'm not trying to be Meek Mill. Anyways,
you ain't trying to get your
let's
hop
start
on.
moving.
You want to get your hop on?
Dude, you know what is hopping on?
No, that isn't what I was talking about. I was talking about the
It is
I was talking
slippery.
about the party
It
that he was
is
at where
slippery.
dude made a bet and he had to do like 250 bunny hops.
The places Meek Mill is hopping on
But
are slippery.
now that you
They
said
are
that,
slippery.
I'm uncomfortable. Now that you brought that up, I'm uncomfortable and I would like to move on.
Next game,
Yeah,
Monster
all right.
Hunter game.
Monster Hunter game. I didn't realize it was Monster Hunter, and to me, that's a good
What?
thing. Yeah, I
That chick
didn't.
with the half-shaved hair, for me at least, she's now iconic. I'm interested in that game just for her. But yeah, go ahead.
I didn't realize that it was a Monster Hunter game because I've never really been huge into Monster Hunter. I thought it looked pretty solid. I thought it looked like a good, fun game, and it looked really clean. Looked really clean. Can they nail the landing though? That's the real question because I mean,
This
there's
feels
been times where we've seen really clean trailers and the game, comes out and it ain't that clean.
yeah.
Forspoken is one of them.
And like the this feels like they're trying to make Monster Hunter more than just for the people that buy it. You know what I mean? Like Monster Hunters, it has like 3 million or 4 million people that always buy all the Monster Hunter games. This game, with the amount of care they've put into like creating new characters and creating like a proper story that is like more beefy than the previous ones, it feels like they're trying to draw in more people. And I'm all for it. Definitely all for it.
Okay, now
that's my hairstyle. Is it Lady Foxfire? I do like me a side shaved female. I'm not going to lie. It's for me, it's dreadlocks and the side shave. Whether it's one side or both sides, I like it. Go ahead, Em.
All right, so now let's get into the great part of the showcase. Let's get into the best parts of it now, right?
How dare you, Ham? I'm about to fall asleep. Just you trying to present this, I'm about to fall asleep.
Lego Horizon. We can't say that isn't the most interesting we've ever seen Aloy look. We can't say that it wasn't.
That's true. It's a very low bar.
Exactly.
It's a very low bar to clear, Ham. Like that bar is on the floor.
To see Aloy
is on the floor,
finally open up and be a person was really cool to see. I was very proud of Gorilla. Thank you guys for doing that because we were all wondering when the whole sad, abandoned child thing was going to go away. And it finally did in Lego Horizon. So let's fucking go on that one. But in case you do like the sad orphan child, they did remaster Zero Dawn, and it is in all of the best lights that you could possibly see. The lens flare is here, and it is here to stay for only a small charge of $10 if you already own the game. I think that is something. That was truly something.
I've seen some screenshots, Ham, and people are saying that the original on PS4 looks better than the remastered.
They see they're looking at that Twitter compression and they're tripping right now, right? Once they get their fingertips on Horizon, once they get them tippy tips on Horizon, they're gonna be
consent?
wilding.
Did Horizon consent?
Once they get their hands on Horizon, they're gonna be wilding. I'm telling you. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great day. PS5 sales shooting through the roof.
That PlayStation check is clearing as we speak.
And then to keep it moving, Stellar Blade, the photo mode. There were so many times I was trying to take photos in that game, and it just didn't pan out the way I wanted to. So the add photo mode in that game is one of the best features you could add to that game. It's fucking marvelous. Great. Loke really appreciates it. That game just lasted another year for this man. He's gonna be taking all sorts of photos.
I don't care about
I
the
can't
photo
wait
mode.
to see what, because you were talking about sliding down the ladder a lot.
No, I wasn't.
I can't wait to see your photo of what that looks like.
Dude, straight
That's
up,
gonna be great.
No, you're misremembering this.
I'm not misremembering this.
No,
I'm
dude.
remembering this.
I was one of the few people that was like, bro, I didn't even care about the jiggle physics. I slid down the ladder once and moved on with my life. I wasn't worried about no jiggle, nothing. I was just trying to play the game. And actually, now I'm remembering.
Gameplay, Loke. I ain't never seen nobody jump that many times.
Buzz off, him.
Now I jumping, spinning, and there was nobody to fight. I was like, "What is this dude doing?" It was crazy.
Rubbing, slander.
Anyways, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it moving. Moving on, as Loke like to say. They also added 2B.
Yes, Big Bad
to
Bo.
the game.
He's trolling now. This guy's trolling.
So now Loke can get his upskirt that he's been looking to get for the longest time in photo. I told you it's gonna last him at least another year.
I'll probably have to replay the game. For 2B, I'll probably have to replay the game.
You will not only replay the game, but you will be taking shots. The type of shots, I don't know, but you will be taking a lot of shots in and out of photo mode. I can tell you that right now.
Stop the BS, Sam. Even the chat is telling you to stop.
Moving on. The PlayStation Plus monthly games, absolutely, like Luke said, solid additions. 2K24 for WWE, that's solid. The other game, what was the other game?
Dead Space.
Come on now. That game was phenomenal. Dead Space remake, let's go.
Yeah.
Yep. It doesn't matter that it was sold for $5 just a couple months ago, but it's in the subscription service now, so you can play it there for no additional cost than to what you already bought it for.
Suck at this,
so let's go.
God damn.
And then last and definitely not least, the star of the show, Ghost of Yodi is what I don't know. I think it's Yodi. It might be Yodi. I don't know. But I'm calling it Yodi. Ghost of Yodi.
What? Ron, what the hell? What are you doing, Ron? Put your pants on, bro.
There you go. See, look, now you got a new way to play.
Oh my
God.
Now
it's 2 years. We're looking at 2 years, y'all. Longevity of this game. Let's go.
Lady Foxfire says, "Hey yo, chill."
But anyways, Ghost of Yodi looking absolutely phenomenal in my opinion. All the people that are sitting there whining about, I haven't really seen anybody whining about it, to be honest. But I'm sure there are some folks out there that don't like that it's a female protagonist or whatnot. I think that's crazy. I think it's going to be a great game. There's a gun at some point in the game that you get to use. So I seen that and I thought that was a little interesting. The graphics look fairly kind of the same, but the scenery looks a little bit more like, I don't know, there's waterfalls and shit like that. It looks great.
It looks the same as the previous one.
Great. Anyways, 8 out of 10 showcase, and you guys already know why. Boy Han Solo, certified.
Sure. Rachie, thank you so much for the super chat, bro. Says, I'm disgusted, Loke. This is jiggle discrimination. I'm just being honest. And then he follows it up with jiggle shaming. No, dude. I was actually just worried about playing the game. That's pretty much it.
There you go. 8 out of 10 showcase.
Ghost of Yobi. I like it. That's what I'm calling it. I'm playing Ghost of
Now I
Yoshi.
think your 4 is struggling now. It's struggling to make sense after everything that I just threw on the table right there. There's just
Not
too many
even.
there's too many facts that I just
Not
threw
even.
out right there.
Not even.
There's no way. I mean, you're right. You're not even going to fight it because there's nothing to fight. You know, champ is here.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Yobi. We're calling it Ghost of Yobi. That's what we're calling it. You can laugh, but that's what we're calling it. What's this? They calling it Wokete. Oh my lord. Because of a female protagonist, Ghost of Yoshi. No. Ghost of Yobi. That's what we're calling it, Vic. That's what we're calling it. Have
Yes, sir.
let's start with Ghost of Tsushima 2. The two things that I like immediately noticed is that it looks like the previous one. And I'm not upset about that. Like that's the reason why you buy sequels. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Yeah. So if anyone's upset with graphics are not great or whatever, dude, go I advise you to go and play Dark Souls, Dark Souls 2, and Dark Souls 3. Might as well call them the
Oh
same
shit.
game if what you're worried about is graphics. Okay? You might even lump in Elden Ring just a little bit in terms of animations. So we need to chill. I don't mind the graphics, I like them. And as far as the female protagonist, like I'm not upset because did you play the DLC for Ghost of Tsushima?
Oh, the other island.
Iki Island. Iki
Yeah.
Island.
I played some of it, not all of it.
So I finished that and the campaign, and I
Beat
felt
the
like
campaign. The campaign was amazing.
yeah, but the DLC is also pretty good. I sat there when I finished the DLC. I was like, this is like finished. I don't know if they can make a sequel. The way they finished the story, the entire story is done. Like no spoilers to anyone that hasn't played Ghost of Tsushima, but it feels like it was done. So I'm kind of even happy that they went on to go to another character, whether it's a woman or a man or whatever, because Jin Sakai's story, in my opinion, it's done. It's finished. What are your thoughts on those two specific points? So people have been apparently bitching about with the graphics
I
and
agree with Reichi right here. It has its own like kind of artistic choice with
yeah,
it. So like, I mean, if they, I'm sure they turned it up a little bit, right, for this, but I'm not expecting like, I mean, like I'm expecting this game graphically intensively to be like the difference between Forza Horizon 4 to Forza Horizon 5.
yeah.
That's
You
like
can
kind
tell that
of like,
one's a sequel to the other.
yeah, one's a sequel to the other. It looks better on 5, sure, but it's not like so much better that it looks like it was like a gen and a half behind or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I don't have any problem with the way that game looks. I mean, I already kind of went over the whole woman as protagonist thing. I don't care about that. I mean,
You can imagine how many games we wouldn't be able to play if we were like, oh, I will only play as a man.
half the time I like making my character a woman because I don't know, sometimes it's nicer to look at my character as a woman for 80 hours than it is to look at a guy. Sometimes it just depends on what the classes are in the game. It all really comes down to like classes, how much I'm able to change. Do I have a companion? You know, all those things. Like in Dragon's Dogma, I was a dude, but I had all women around me. It was great. But in Destiny, I didn't have any companions, so I made Lilu from the Fifth Element.
Nice.
And it was great. You know what I'm saying? So like it just depends on the game. Whatchamacallit, what's that game? Remnant. Each game I had a guy. There was no reason behind it. And I thought their character creator sucked, so I just didn't really even try.
Yeah.
Their character creator is awful in Remnant. But you also don't really see your character beyond the armor, so it doesn't really matter.
Dude, you'd never see them like right after you start playing the game. So the question to y'all: do you try to get the 30th year anniversary Pro bundle tomorrow? Ham, if this showcase
has them behind that tapestry, I'm telling y'all,
bite me,
he ain't gotta worry about it. I mean, he has one full row of 30 anniversaries.
You're wild. You're wild for this, Ham. Okay, let's assume I have the row of the 30th anniversary.
Assuming, we know.
Ham, if this showcase was to try and convince you to get
it feels like I'm hearing Diddy to be like, assume I did something wrong.
God damn it, Ham. All right, so you're not getting the PS5 Pro.
Oh, me? No, definitely not right away. PS5 Pro is something I'd like if I ever were to actually get it, it'd be after a sale or something like that, or I don't know, probably not. Like I just don't see, I just don't see enough of a reason for me. Like last generation, I felt like I really needed it, but I also had the VCR Xbox, right? And it was really
struggling.
sluggish. And they also took away a lot of the Connect features.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of like whatever. So like I got the One X, and even after getting the One X, I look back at it and I'm like, I'm not even sure if that was a great
idea. Try to get it and resell it. Goddamn. You know what I'm saying? It's probably going to be worth more. Yeah.
Because it's just like, by the time I got it,
you kind of needed that upgrade.
Sure. But like at the same time, it's like I got it. I played it for literally just a couple of years. And then they announced the new consoles, and I'm already like, as soon as I get the new console, I'm looking at this thing like why?
That was a waste of money.
Like I had, like I had the regular VCR Xbox One for several years before I got the One X. And then once I got the One X, it felt like I was turning around and buying a Series X. Not long after,
it felt the
like
same way.
Just a couple years, I think, after is what it felt like.
Yeah. I'd rather get a PS4 Pro since they play the games anyway. All right. So I highlighted a couple of comments here that we need to address. Ham, feel free to nope out of them if you want to. The first one is Ron Slasher says Assassin's Creed Shadows looks more exciting than Ghosts 2. Ham, if you had to pick, if you could only play one of the two, which one are you going for?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I'm going with Ghost 2.
I was gonna say that too as well, but it's like just barely, and that's without like because what it seems like is for the new Assassin's Creed is they made a lot of cool changes, right? But I don't know what that feels like, and I know I didn't really absolutely love their other like what was the one just not Ragnarok, it starts with a V. I think it does. Assassin's Creed
Valhalla.
Thank you, Valhalla. Yeah, Valhalla just wasn't my jam, right? So
my brother loves it. He adores that game. He's like, I can't wait for Shadows.
I don't know. So I didn't love it, and so like it's like the last two things I played. I played first Ghost of Tsushima, absolutely loved it, beat it. I played the last Assassin's Creed, didn't absolutely love it, but this new one looks amazing. To be safe, I'd probably go with Ghost 2 if I had to choose one, just because I know that I like. Hey, turn that off. I can hear it. Oh my god, jeez, it's loud.
Sorry.
But anyways, yeah,
Ghost
I'd
2
probably
win, hands down.
I'd probably rather play Ghost 2. That's where I'm standing right now, but that could easily change. That could easily change.
Maybe if Assassin's Creed adds Not Like Us, when you're killing a Japanese samurai with a black guy, I might just go for
That would be
that.
insane.
I think it would work out. Can you imagine? They Not Like Us. Let's go. Thanks for the comments, Ron Slasher. Next is straight Duval said, so if this was an 8, what was the Xbox showcase? We already answered this.
Sorry, I already said it was a 9.5 to a 9.75. I don't feel like I gave a full disclosure on my score.
All right, go ahead. Give us your full disclosure.
So, because I know there's a lot of people that watch these events. They watch the Xbox event and they watch Nintendo and PlayStation, yada, yada. And they're only there to see the first party things, right? So if I were to give you full clarity, first party wise, I give this show like a 5. Maybe closer to a 4.
Which is why I rated it that way.
But as for I want to see games, and even some of the games are coming to my preferred platform.
Most of them. What are you talking about? Most of those games are going to
okay. Yeah. So so being able to see, Sonic and being able to see Dragon Age and shit like that. Dynasty Warriors. I was like, yeah, I got more games to look forward to on my Xbox. So that's the reason. That's part of the reason I gave this showcase an 8. And also the pacing of the show I thought was fantastic. They kept it moving throughout the entire show. So I also grade shows partially on that. That's a big deal to me. Like one of the worst shows that I've seen that I can remember was when Jeff Keighley had his I think it was
my god,
and they had The Rock on there and he was selling drinks and then they had the stupid fucking car thing and whatnot. Like that show got destroyed by me because of the pacing and it was just terrible. And then the last Keighley show I thought was like a C at best, right? Like
Summer Games Fest.
Yeah, because just even some of them on his show, it just felt like kind of sluggish and boring, and I don't know. I just think that as much as he charges people to show off their shit, you would think it'd be it'd be better. But I don't know. I'm trying to maybe put things together that don't make sense. I don't know. Personally, that's just what I think.
Listen, man, if you're dumb enough to pay for it, I need to be smart enough to charge you for it. That's all I have to say.
Sure.
I don't know this house.
That's why I gave it an 8, though. I gave it an 8 as an all-around game showcase. But if we're talking about just first party, which seems like what the majority of people are complaining about, which totally makes sense, right? Because if Xbox had this exact showcase, people would be clowning it, right?
Yeah.
People would be absolutely clowning it. So it's getting what it deserves.
Like, what are the reasons, man?
Why did we buy this box? On that front, I get it.
It's not just that, Ham. It's not just that. This thing was starting at midnight my time, right? I'm not going to stay up at midnight, right, to watch a whole bunch of games that are just going to show up somewhere else as well. Like, no offense, 90% of this showcase, it's 2024. There's no real need to be like, oh, we're going to announce this as the PlayStation showcase. You can just open your own YouTube channel, right, as developer, whatever, and just post it, and people will watch it, and it will go viral. Trust me, it's not a problem. You don't have to waste money and saying, "Oh, we need to put this on the PlayStation showcase. We need to put this on the Xbox showcase." One of the reasons why I put why I gave the Xbox the 9 out of 10, right? Their showcase is because most of those games, first party. I know. There's rumors that everything's going everywhere, but I didn't feel like my time was wasted. That's all I'm saying. With the PlayStation showcase, if I had watched this live, I would have been a lot more disappointed than when I watched it after coming back from work today. So
Ooh.
even just the feeling of satisfaction of, okay, I just wasted 30 minutes of my non-refundable time, right? That I could have been doing whatever, watching this. Do I feel like I got value for time? Since not there's no money exchange. Did I get value for time? I don't feel like I got value for time, honestly. I could have just watched the IGN page and gone there and scrolled through whatever interested me and kept it pushing. Hope nobody's pre-ordering Assassin's Creed Shadows. This game needs to be reviewed wholeheartedly before drop. Yeah, we're going to get to that. It wasn't an all-around game showcase. It was a Sony state of play. That's another thing, Ham.
Yeah, I know.
That's another thing. It matters, bro. It matters.
Oh, come on, man.
What? Words matter.
So let me hear. So let me get this straight.
What?
Because I'm just trying to get an understanding of these gaming streets, I guess, right?
Okay.
Because if next year more games are announced by Xbox that are going to PlayStation,
Yeah.
and let's say it's like a third to a half of the showcase, right?
Okay.
And a third to half of those games are going to PlayStation, but they're brand new games, right?
Yeah.
And then there's also like third party games
Yeah.
in the showcase and everything like that. Everything a lot of the games looked really good. Would you give it a bad score because
No,
the
I wouldn't.
games are
I
going to
wouldn't.
other platforms?
I wouldn't. That's why if you remember in my original rating of the showcase, I was very specific. I didn't bring up the whole first party versus third party thing. I was rating off of my interest of whatever's being shown to me. Remember, I'm just justifying or maybe defending the people that are like, no, I'm upset because they weren't first party games. All I'm saying is I'm not really miffed about whether there's first party games or not. I can just see your point of view, and I don't think your point of view is crazy. That's all I'm saying. But for me, I'm here for bangers, and there weren't many bangers, as
Come
my
on, man.
list attested to.
Lego Horizon, come on, man. Like
All right, I think we're done with this topic.
Horizon Remastered is looking fucking
It
fresh.
feels, yeah, it feels like we're done with this topic. When Ham starts bringing up Horizon, we're good. We're good with this topic.
8 out of 10.
Um,
8 out of
8
10.
out of 10. This guy. For me, I haven't heard anything from you that has convinced me to amend my score,
I'm just
and I haven't
saying,
seen anything to amend my
winner.
score. Stop trolling.
I'm a winner.
Stop trolling, Ham. That's
I'm a
what you need to
winner.
stop doing. Oh my goodness.
I won.
All right.
Goliath. Dub.
Yes, Lady Foxfire agreed. Says we should rate on our own interest. Otherwise, what are we doing? We're not here to speak for everyone. We're here to speak for ourselves. But if our opinions align with everyone else's opinions, then that's a happy coincidence. The difference between Xbox and PlayStation is that third party, for the most part, when Xbox shows they are going to Game Pass. Yeah, sure. That's fair enough. Um, let's move on. Let's keep it moving. Next, we have Assassin's Creed, Ham. Assassin's Creed Shadows will now release February 14th,
Delayed,
Valentine's Day.
delayed.
Valentine's
And
Day.
it's coming out on our anniversary. Great. Not me and your anniversary, me and my wife.
I know, Ham. Good times. Anyways, let's read the statement from Ubisoft. Assassin's Creed
You're
Shadows.
gonna read this AI written garbage.
All right, fine. It's coming
No, I'm
out
just kidding. Go on ahead.
next year. All right. Assassin's Creed Shadows is a dream project for us. Finally bringing the series to feudal Japan with many features developed with our community in mind, such as parkour or the renewed stealth. That feels like a unfinished sentence there, all right? Brought by new technology, all set in a beautiful and immersive world. This is an ambitious addition to the franchise, a rich experience that can be lived through the eyes of two unique protagonists, but we realize we need more time to polish and refine the experience, pushing further some of our key features. As such, we've made the decision to postpone the release date to February 14th, 2025. The game will release on a broad range of platforms, including Steam at launch. Additionally, pre-orders will be refunded, and all future pre-orders will be granted the first expansion for free. Huh. We understand this decision will come as disappointing news, especially to those who've been waiting patiently for an Assassin's Creed game inspired by feudal Japan, but we sincerely believe this is in the best interest of the game and ultimately your experience as a player. Rest assured, we're looking forward to the moment you will embark on a memorable adventure with Naoe and Yasuke. Until then, we thank you for your ongoing support. Mark Alexis Cote on behalf of all teams working on Assassin's Creed Shadows. Ham, what are your immediate thoughts?
I don't care. That's my immediate thoughts. Is like, hey, if the game ain't done, the game ain't done. It's simple like that to me, and it maybe feel different, but it wouldn't be different. It maybe feel different if I didn't have other things to look forward to. But I do. I have a lot to look forward to towards the end of this year. So it coming out in February is the same way that I felt about Avowed. I was just like, okay, that's fine.
I want to amend your statement there, Ham. The reason you're not worried or not concerned is not just because you've got lots of stuff on your plate. It's because this one was not close to being your number one. Like if Space Marine was delayed to February, I think you would feel some type of way.
Nah.
No?
No, that's also not like my number one either. Like none of these games coming out this year are really my number one. So like you could like exchange Space Marine for Assassin's Creed if you wanted to, or something like that. Like,
damn.
Like I think Space Marines was amazing, but I also think Assassin's Creed Shadows is going to be amazing. Like I also think Stalker 2 is going to be amazing. I also think Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is going to be amazing. Like, I mean as long as there's games coming, and I'm not tripping.
Listen, Black Ops is definitely not getting delayed. I just want to put that out there. No. Call of Duty is coming out. Believe it or not. Richie, why are you saying Rip Fonz Gaming? Ham, are you aware of this?
Yeah, he must have been really looking forward to Assassin's Creed.
Oh yeah, okay. My brother is definitely heartbroken because for him, Assassin's Creed, especially the new format, he likes the new format. Ever since the one in Egypt. I'm forgetting the name. He loves, or like Odyssey, Origins. Yeah, that was the name, Origins. Origins, Odyssey, Valhalla. He is looking forward to the new Assassin's Creed. Halo 7 delayed for 2035. You know what? As long as it comes out with split screen, it's fine. I think things being calmer will help them, but the real reason is financial. They don't want. Okay, an L. Space Marine 2 and Tekken 8 have been game of the year. Ooh, fair enough. Fair enough, because those are two awesome games. Origins was the best of these. Sure. The delay sucks, but it ultimately benefit the game. The real key point here is the game is dropping on Steam. This will increase profitability by a large margin. I saw Matt reacting to this, Ham.
Yeah.
So it's Assassin's Creed, it's the next Borderlands, a whole bunch of these games that were like, no, we're only coming out on other launches on PC, like fuck Steam, etc., etc. They are bending the knee. Do you think that Steam has a monopoly on PC gaming? Because if they're doing this, it means that they're not seeing sales on other platforms, whether it's GOG or whatever.
I mean, in my opinion, they'd only have really a monopoly because everybody else is just not good enough.
So it's fair. It's not like they're sabotaging other people.
Yeah, I think they kind of like, I don't think enough platforms were as smart in navigating their way through these times as Steam. Like, they just knew, they always know how to wait. They always know how to like do sales. Like whether you have Steam or not, you've heard of Steam sales if you're a gamer.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know that they can be insane sometimes. So like, I mean, that right there, in my opinion, says a lot. It says a lot. Like, they're known to be somewhere where you can get a good deal, and that's what anybody ever wants, right? Some
Yeah.
people will drive the extra mile and a half, or 5 miles, or 10 miles, 15 to get gas at their favorite gas station.
I do that. But I don't drive extra miles. I don't drive extra miles. It just so happens that my favorite gas station is very close to the office. And
Well,
on
you
the
see
way
what I'm
home.
saying, right? Like that.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's
If
what
they
Steam is.
weren't
It's your favorite
if
gas
they
station.
weren't on the way and they were like maybe, I don't know, like 3 or 4 kilometers out of the way, I'd probably still go there. So I can definitely see the logic. Damn, Big Man Mo, you don't care about split screen. All right. Halo needs a new dev team. PC gamers are weirdos. So for me, with the whole Steam thing, right? And I have to agree with Taya here that PC gamers are weird. He says Assassin's Creed launching on Steam gives Steam more power, which means Steam becomes a stronger monopoly. People are actively pushing for no monopoly. I don't understand that. Like when I decided to leave console gaming in January, one of the things that I really embrace about PC gaming is freedom. That it's super important to me, right? Because I don't have it on the Series X or the PS5. And I recently had a little incursion with the people that are like super, super Steam fans, right? I posted that the Epic Game Store was down. And I was asking if maybe I'm the one having a problem. I got a bunch of good replies, right? People from Brazil, Portugal, Australia, etc., saying, "Yeah, I'm also down. I also can't get on on the Epic Game Store." Cool. And then I got a whole bunch of other people commenting like, "Oh, we don't have a problem with our launcher because we are not on Epic." I was like, "Bro, chill. It's not that serious." People were coming at me like, "No, we don't use Epic. We're not dumb enough to use Epic or whatever." I was just like, "Okay, people have a problem." And for me, I just think it's weird. On PC, I want all the launches. I want all the launches. I want all the marketplaces. and I have gg.deals as one of my favorites on my browser. Before I buy anything, I go to gg.deals, and I'm signing up for a whole bunch of these websites. Sure, it's risky, but since my God of War situation, right? God of War Ragnarok, if you know, you know. I went to the bank and I got a specific card that if something happens to it, it's not going to affect my life, right? A debit card. So I don't understand why people are like such loyalists to Steam. I don't get that. You have anything to add on this before we move on?
No, not in particular. Just get the best out of your money. The most sensible way for you. So
Yeah,
and I think it's smart to have something that doesn't require DRM. It's good to have that marketplace around and go there first, and
yeah,
then go to Steam and in whatever other place.
yeah,
Because I mean that's the difference to me of having something that I can play right now and then something that I have to connect to my phone to let the world know that I own this game.
yeah, yeah. It's just a better alternative. Be free, PC gamers. Be free. Ham. Uh, Chat is floating the idea of id Software taking over Halo. What are your thoughts?
Nah, I wouldn't particularly want that. If it happened, it'd be cool, but like, nah.
Yeah, Master Chief is not much for ripping and tearing, in my opinion.
I just I'd like to see them helping with the project. I think that would be great.
Yeah,
Just because how masterful they are. But do I want them particularly to make to be responsible for that franchise? Because remember, if they fuck up, then they're the ones that fucked up Halo again. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oof.
do you really want to put that kind of pressure on them?
The next Halo needs to be like an unquestioned success, Ham.
It does, but like giving it to them, I feel like I don't know. To me, that's just too much pressure for an already goated franchise, right? If it to me, that is like Michael Jordan going to the Wizards, possibly. It's like you're great, but you're going you're going somewhere where you could be possibly the only guy there, the only lead there. Like, who's gonna help you? You're great at helping others. Who's gonna help you?
But they're not old. I mean, Michael was old, bro. It is not old.
Sure, okay. I don't know. Then let's say
Yo,
then let's say LeBron at the Lakers
okay,
the first few years.
yeah, yeah,
It was a travesty until they put other people around them that made it make sense. I just don't want to see id be responsible for that particularly. I want them to stick around with what they're good at and make new things. I'd want somebody else to take that and run with it.
So not the current dev team. What's their name? What's their name? The current dev team.
What, 343?
Oh yeah, yeah. So you'd want someone else to do it.
I wouldn't mind 343 collaborating with somebody, or them just hiring passionate people and growing it from there, and actually having some sort of idea of what you want to do instead of listening to what other people like do what you want to do and stop like cutting things to make other people feel good. Like, I don't know, like I feel like that's kind of a new a pretty regular thing kind of going on where like you'll hear about cut content from games and stuff like that,
Yeah, yeah,
and how it would have made the game better or make more sense and stuff like that. Like I feel like Halo is one of those games that you don't cut the content. Like you want to give everybody the entire story
yeah.
and everything. You want it to be as flushed out as possible.
Day one.
So like I want people or like 343 or 343 and another team, or maybe just another team with then the little bit of story assistance from 343's team to do the damn thing. I think it's possible, man. Um, under Xbox in particular, I'll have to get back to you on what on what specific dev team that I'd like to see do it. Let me look at it for a minute, but move on for a
Yeah.
moment. Go ahead and grab some of these super chats and stuff.
Yeah. Before I get to the super chats, I just want to say quickly, I think 343 needs to step aside. You're either good enough to do it or you're not. And in my opinion, right, the last Halo campaigns have been good. I've enjoyed them. But Halo is not good material. In my opinion, Halo is Xbox. You shouldn't just be good. It needs to be awesome. It needs to be earth-shatteringly great. That's what Halo should be. The industry needs to stop when Halo comes out. You need to see people leaving their PlayStations and their Switches just to try some Halo. If you're not doing that, it's not good enough. Saying that, oh, we made good money and we've got a decent amount of players playing, that's not Halo, dude. Halo is larger than life. At least it used to be. So if they're just going to be good, if they're just going to be decent, if they're going to be serviceable, we need someone that's going to make Halo gigantic. That's my quick take on it. I don't know who's going to do it. I'm just saying 343 hasn't done it, not till today. Drawn TJ is balling, just swimming in the cash. Swimming. Thank you so much, Drawn TJ. Really appreciate the super chat. First one says, worst show ever. The PlayStation show, a 4 out of 10. No reason to buy a PS5 or a Pro. So before Ham goes for your throat, because Ham was out here shouting about an 8 out of 10. I agree with you. 4 out of 10. I don't know if it's the worst PlayStation show ever, because I haven't watched all of them, but it's definitely a 4 out of 10. I agree with you. And definitely no reason to buy a PS5 Pro. A PS5, buy a PS5. If you can, buy a PS5. Ham, you have anything like you want to agree or disagree with Drawn TJ on this super chat? We'll move on to the next one.
On reasons to buy a PS5 Pro, I'm kind of there with you, just because I already have like a PC. So it's just like I just don't like for me personally, like I don't know.
Which is why the people are here, bro.
But as for worst show ever from PlayStation, no, I thought their whole ass showcase, their not state of play whole ass showcase last year, that was the worst for me that I've seen in recent memory. You thought it was great.
No, but I liked it. You know why? And I was being objective. If I showed you the same list that I showed you today, you would see a whole bunch of games that I was interested in. Which is how I grade these things. I didn't care about whether it's first party, third party. I just want good games. And last year there was a whole bunch of games that I liked, and I was like, all right, I'm adding this to my list, to wish list or buy or whatever, backlog, etc.
I'm just gonna flat
So
out say this, and I think some people are gonna hate this.
what?
I'd like to see Sledgehammer take over Halo and have them stop making Call of Duties. And
As long
just
as they don't give me a 6-hour campaign.
leave Call of Duty to Treyarch and Infinity Ward. And Sledgehammer, you take Halo with 343. I would like to see that.
As long as they
I
don't
would
give me a
rather,
6-hour campaign.
and here's one reason why. In case they fail with Halo, they could go back to Call of Duty, in my opinion.
There's a backup.
There is, because there is, to me. Like, I don't want to see id do it. I really don't want to see id do it. I think id would possibly do a good job, but if they don't, I'd really hate to see them not do a good job. I'd really hate to see that. If Sledgehammer didn't do a great job, I'd be like, all right, well, we did have Halo 5. And then, like, I don't know, like, I'm personally biased against Halo 5. I didn't like it. But like,
You like Spartan Love?
I feel like
Spartan Love?
I don't know. I just feel like they would be more comfortable with being around the clock on a game, on top of it being a multiplayer game, which is also, what they also specialize in. Id Software multiplayer. How many times do you hear that happen? So it's just like, to me, it just makes a little bit more sense.
All right. Roger that. Next, we have Drawn TJ, another super chat. Thank you so much, Drawn TJ. Says 343 work with certain Infinity fully to make the next Halo.
That wouldn't be bad either. I'm not mad about that.
I want 343 out. That's my take. Next, another super chat from Drawn TJ. Thank you. Says 343 and certain Infinity do the gameplay and let the creator of Gears do the story. Oh, okay. We might be cooking with some proper oil. Not Coalition. Coalition didn't create it, dude.
Oh, with the creators of Gears.
The creator of Gears.
Oh, go get a Cliffy B and shit.
Yeah.
That would be a hella interesting, but Cliffy B would have to also be very, very, like, comfortable with doing that, because I don't know, like, I feel like Cliffy B style in Gears makes sense. Cliffy B style in the comfort of Halo, no blood, no ripping and tearing. I don't know,
dude. The Flood,
The Flood is dope, but they still aren't like no like. Well, it's not like Alien. It's not like Alien versus Predator or anything. Like, it was kind of tense, but it wasn't scary.
So my point with the Flood, well, maybe you had a different experience, but the first time I played Halo Combat Evolved, that felt like kind of a horror, especially when the Flood came into the picture. I was like genuinely scared. I wasn't just fascinated by the world when I was killing the aliens. I was genuinely worried. It felt like a horror. So with Cliffy B coming in this hypothetical, right? I'd be interested because I think he understands the chops of making something scary and without making you feel like you have no power. It can still be scary, and you still feel empowered. You still feel like a hero, etc. So I can already see like a story with the Flood. I think that would be awesome if Cliffy B helms that.
I have a question for you. What would be the craziest developer under the Xbox network to work on a Halo, in your opinion? What would be like something that like sounds crazy but also sounds pretty damn interesting?
I'm gonna need a minute, just like you needed a minute to check. I need to see first. I need to see the full list because
Here, I'll put it on the screen.
wow, these guys like Xbox needs to chill with the acquisition. They need to chill.
Bam.
All right, put it up on the screen.
It is.
Arcane? No. Arcade Austin? Okay. No, let me be serious. Let me be serious for a minute. Let me be serious.
Man, this list is long.
Jeez.
I have to keep zooming out.
Now I can't even see the text. You zoom back in. All right, stop there.
There we go. Let's get the super chat off of the screen so you can see it. There you go. Big Mad Mo says Double Fine. That'd be hella weird.
Very weird.
You know, Ray Chi says Obsidian make the story. Okay.
An RPG Halo. I don't know. Because one of the things that makes Halo awesome is like the canon endings and like the canon stories. If you have too much freedom and you can go in any type of direction, I don't know if it's still Halo. I don't know. You know what, Ham? This is a weird one. But I have faith that awesome developers can make awesome things.
Okay.
I would like I'd like Machine Games to make the gameplay and
pick one.
God
no, we're
damn
not
it.
gonna do this. We're not gonna do this. No, we're not doing that. Pick one. Who's responsible for Halo?
Fuck.
This man says, "I'm gonna get some pickles from McDonald's. And I'm gonna put it on a Burger King bun.
Yeah, there was some chips from like Chipotle.
Get the chicken from Chick-fil-A.
This is fucking 10 Turn 10 Studios.
Turn 10?
Yes. Stop making Forza. Give us Halo.
Turn 10? Not
yes.
Are you sure you mean
not
Turn
Playground.
10?
No, not Playground.
Not Playground. Turn 10.
No, specifically Turn 10.
That's wild. I'm like, I don't even know where to go with that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a Halo race.
Dude, good devs can make good games. That's what I think.
No,
and
you
I
ain't
think,
lying. You ain't lying.
In my opinion, Forza Motorsport has been like top tier. I know a lot of people don't like it because of the simulation or whatever, but for me, besides like one or two hiccups, there's no game that's perfect. There's no game that's perfect. I think Turn 10 would do it.
Sideways shit right now. He said for the $2 super chat, Richie says King Studio.
Oh my god.
Halo.
What are we going to do? Like for every level, you have to pay $2. What the hell? Let's finish John TJ's super chats before we go back to the regular chat. 343 and so we did this one. Next one. 343 need to create their own Halo. Stop trying to cater to everyone. You know what?
100%.
I can get behind that. I can get behind that. Because when you're riffing off someone else's stuff, people can tell. We can tell that this is not you. People can tell. So definitely this super chat I 100% agree with. If 343 are going to continue, stop trying to be someone else. Stop trying to be the guys that did it before you. Take Halo and make your Halo. That I 100% agree with that. Geez, where were we? Okay, Like a Dragon.
Like a Dragon.
Yeah, that's where we were. We're done talking Halo, bruv.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
Oh, you got more?
No, I
All right,
didn't get
go ahead.
to. I didn't get to pick my studio. You picked
All right,
yours.
pick yours. Pick yours.
Damn, this man said, "Fuck your shit." Don't matter.
Mr. Jordan Dark, welcome. My brother in Kojima, welcome.
So I'm gonna say I want a fun Halo game, and I haven't seen really this studio do work in a while that I can remember. I could be wrong, but I would probably like to see High Moon Studios go for it.
High Moon Studios, what do they make? Lego Halo.
So outside of like helping out with like Call of Duty
Yeah.
and like Destiny, they also did like Deadpool, Transformers games.
Okay.
Yeah. Shit like that.
Deadpool was cool. I played Deadpool when it came out. Not now that the hype is you know exploding. I played it when it came out and I had a good time. That's not a bad shout. Ooh, Ham. Look at the screen. Look at the screen right now.
Crytek?
If they took it seriously like they did with those games that people used to use as benchmarks, can you imagine a Halo game that you need like a crazy PC to play and it's exclusive to the Xbox Series, whatever the hell the next console is?
Oh, Crytek would be dope.
That would be,
but I mean,
awesome.
Like Big Mad Mo said, that's not an Xbox studio though.
They have the money; they can figure it out.
I mean, that's true. But yeah, I mean, if we're talking about in-house studio,
in-house,
then I'm saying High Moon, and I'm also like if I were to pick a secondary one,
yeah. Even though you didn't let me pick one, go ahead.
You can pick a secondary one if you want. I'm just doing this because you tried to skip over me. But anyways, I'd also say for story, I want to go with those guys.
I'm not trolling. Oh shit. Go ahead, Em. What's your secondary one?
I'd highlighted it.
Well, Ninja. Oh, I'm not playing that Halo game. Like I won't finish it. There'll be some contrived puzzles that make no sense. Oh, line this thing up. And suddenly the bullets like.
Oh, I knew you'd hate it. I love it. I love it. Oh, I love it.
No.
No, but for real, High Moon or Sledgehammer. Those are the two.
High Moon or Sledgehammer.
Yep.
All right. Not an Xbox studio. Fair enough. Why are you guys trying to give Noob Studios Xbox biggest IP? Because 343, dude, their definition of insanity, right, is doing the exact same thing, expecting different results.
Yeah,
343, they've had some bites at the apple. 2 or 3.
They have, and in my opinion, just Sledgehammer and High Moon, they could use either a break from what they've been doing, or I could just see them just kind of becoming big of their own within this company now, since they're part of it. I think that it'd be kind of cool to see one of those two.
I don't know, man. With all those job cuts.
I feel like Treyarch and Infinity Ward can like anytime Sledgehammer comes out with a Call of Duty, it's all right. But most people love Infinity Ward and Treyarch, Black Ops, Modern Warfare. Those are the two that people love the most. Infinity Ward's Modern Warfare and Treyarch for all the stuff that they do, mostly Black Ops.
All I'm saying, Ham, is you're talking about they could get bigger. All Microsoft's been doing since purchasing is getting rid of people. These studios might just be names at this point. Like they probably took the creme de la creme of these studios and moved them somewhere. I'm guessing. I don't have inside information. I'm just guessing.
Well, I'm not talking about getting bigger as in size of people at your studio. I'm talking about getting bigger in notoriety and standing out upon your own.
Oh,
instead of
yeah.
kind of being a second thought. Like I feel like, I mean, would I be crazy saying Sledgehammer when it comes to the Call of Duty games is kind of the second thought of them all?
I wouldn't know, Ham. I haven't played Call of Duty since like the 360 era. So I wouldn't know.
All right.
King Studio. Stop it, Rachie. Stop it.
All
right, I'm
really
good. I'm good on this Halo talk.
Yeah, I'm all set. Let's move on. I'm done.
All right, so let's get to the games because it's not the lowdown if we're not talking about new game trailers. This one's what, 5 days old. Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. Thoughts? Let's see some gameplay. There's probably some gameplay here. I mean, it's Yakuza, dude. If you've played one, you've played all of them. No offense, right? And I'm a Yakuza fan.
I'm not interested in this because I'm just nowhere near this game yet.
You're very far from like the series. I'm still at Yakuza 5 right now. So
it looks amazing. It looks like something I'd love to get into. I mean, look at that. It looks fucking amazing.
Yep.
But
nice.
But yeah, I'm so dead set on I want to beat it in the order.
In the order, yeah.
That I don't know. It might be 2030 by the time I get to this game. I don't know.
It might be. Big Mad Mo's feeling it. Vince also hasn't played COD in a while.
Taye has a question specifically for you.
What's this? I feel like I'm seeing a lot of Yakuza. Are they all the same mainline series or different? Are we concerned on oversaturation? That's a lot of questions. First off, are they all the same mainline series? No, there's lots of like side Yakuza games. Usually, just so you can like not lose count. The mainline series usually it's Yakuza 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, Yakuza 0. And then Yakuza Kiwami, and then it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Right? The other stuff is like side stuff. Next question. Okay, are we concerned on oversaturation? Me personally, I'm not concerned. I'm really not, because like Ham is saying, if you've played one Yakuza game, you've played all of them, and if you love one, you're probably going to love all of them. And now it's just a question of the various stories that you're going to experience. So just like Ham, I'm excited to eventually play this in, I don't know, 2030, but definitely one that I'm going to buy and definitely going to play. It just reminded me, seeing this just reminded me that I need to finish Yakuza 5. Thank goodness I finished Space Marine 2, so I need to finish Yakuza 5. I think I'm going to get back to that, actually. Majima fighting the zombie apocalypse is canon. Is it, though? Is it? Anyways. I guess you answered the question already, because I was going to ask you, buy, sale, or wait for a deep sale?
For Like a Dragon?
Yeah.
Well, you already know the answer for me. It's
Yeah.
Deep Sail.
Definitely Deep Sail.
But if
Not
you
because it's a bad game, but because we still have to get through the old ones, right?
yeah, like my advice to you is get Game Pass and catch up. Like that's the only advice I have for you. Other than that, like I would definitely say probably get it. I mean, I've yet to hear Like a Dragon publicly be said that it's a miss. So I mean,
Yeah.
until I feel like it's more on a personal level, right? If you're to this point, then you know the answer already.
If you're to what point, Ham?
If you've made your way all the way to this point in Yakuza or Like a Dragon or whatnot, you already
Yeah.
know the answer to this.
The
I
answer
think
to
it's
what?
sure.
Oh,
I think it's a surefire get if you're
yeah,
this
definitely.
far already.
Yes. Like if I'd played all the other Yakuza games and I was up to date, definitely this is a day one. Like I'm pre-ordering it. That's how sure I am.
Yeah, man.
And the Game Pass the Game Pass suggestion, that's a good one. If you're not sure about this game specifically, go to Game Pass, play Yakuza. Play zero, and then if you like that, just do what I did. Go and buy the entire collection on your preferred platform, whether it's on PlayStation, Xbox, uh, PC as well, whatever. Just go and buy the entire collection because it's the exact same thing in terms of how it plays, but the stories and these little tweaks in between games keep it fresh. And I recommend Yakuza to anyone. To anyone. This is like an S tier series, in my opinion. It's funny, it's heartwarming, it's very serious. It's an awesome series. It's an awesome series. Drawn TJ just balling. Another super chat. Thank you so much. Says Cliffy B should be lead in 343. They create their own Halo. The coalition makes the gameplay, make a third person Halo with a dark story, 2-player co-op, and multiplayer. What do you think? Ham, you can go first on this one. Like, I need to take my hat off to what? Like, I appreciate the super chat, but Ham, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead. What?
What are your thoughts on John TJ's suggestion here?
Did you already read it?
Yeah, I already read it.
Oh, I wasn't paying any attention. I was reading a terrible story. But
All
anyway,
right, so Drawn TJ said for $10 super chat. Again, thank you. Cliffy B should be lead. Should be lead in 343. They create their own Halo. The coalition makes the gameplay. Make a third-person Halo with a dark story, 2-player co-op, and multiplayer. What do you think? I can see your eyebrows. Go ahead.
I mean, what do I think? I think that sounds amazing. Does it sound realistic? No.
It
I
doesn't
mean,
sound
like I would be 100% cool with something like that. That sounds great. I like the idea, John DJ, but I don't know. It just doesn't sound realistic. Like to think about Xbox saying no to Cliffy B about Gears of War so long ago, to then say yes to leading Halo.
that would be
Just sounds kind of desperate to me.
that sounds wild.
But like at the same time, sometimes desperation makes the best situation. It's not often, but it's not often, but sometimes it happens. And I tell you, John TJ, if something like that were to ever come afoot, I would be out there. Yeah. Like go Go after it. We're making Halo more gruesome. Let's go. I think
But
that's a simple answer.
I'm not really down with that one. I'm third person Halo. I'm
It
not
doesn't
okay
have to
with
be
that.
third person. I mean, if they stayed first person, that'd be fine. If they went third person, I personally wouldn't mind that either. Just because I mean, there is, if they went third person, I'd want them to be able to bounce back and forth from third and first.
Maybe
Okay,
like that.
I
Yeah.
think that would be amazing. Because there are some times where I mean, I really enjoy whenever I pick up a super heavy weapon that I go into the third person mode. I
Yeah.
do like that. And there is sometimes I do wish that I could be in third person. Like I'd love them to bring back a double wield. And I can go third person, just go nuts.
Yeah.
I think that would be dope. Yeah, I think there's a few moments where it would make a lot of sense and be pretty dope.
Drawn TJ with another super chat, and this time he's got some slander. This is messed up. Thank you for the super chat, Drawn TJ. Says, what do they got to lose? Halo has no identity right now.
Ooh.
Rip Halo. Rip Halo.
Well,
Because
I tell you what, they definitely don't if they use a totally different team.
no, if they can keep if they keep the aesthetic, it can still work with a different team, man. If you make it third person, it's not Halo anymore. It's not. It just isn't.
If it's only third person, I agree. But if it's first and third, then I disagree.
Okay, let's pretend it's only third person, Ham.
Then it's weird.
How many games have switched perspective that much and like had success and people were on board? Can you think of one? I can't think of one franchise that was like super well
Grand
known.
Theft Auto, I guess. Grand Theft Auto.
How?
But they went from really old to modern, right? Because they were bird's eye view perspective.
Yeah, but that's different.
To third person. It isn't different. It's the same thing, but it's just like old versus modern versus this isn't really an old versus modern situation. This is just like a complete, just different way to look at the game without.
It's not even based on the advancement of technology. It's not like
exactly. Thank you. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. When Halo eventually goes VR in 2050, for example, you won't feel that much of a identity loss because like 90% of first person shooters will be VR by then. You know what I mean?
I mean, you brought up VR. I think Halo does need a VR game as well. Would I be there to play it right away? I don't know, maybe. Probably because my wife likes it so much, so I'd probably get it.
Microsoft would have to team up with someone like external to do the VR.
I mean, they already team up. They already team up with Meta. Why not?
But imagine. So it wouldn't be available on the Xbox.
That's the thing that you'd have to figure out.
But that's fine because a lot of PSVR games are not on the PS4 or PS5. That's fine.
Yeah, but you can play it on the PlayStation.
Can you? Every single PSVR game you can play on the console without the VR headsets?
But the ones of the current generation that they're delivering games for do. And if the Xbox had a VR game particular, like if they came out with Halo and didn't have a console and you had to play it on PC, that would get under a lot of people's skin. Would it get under Xbox skin? Probably not. But it'd get under a lot of people's skin. You know?
Yo,
so like I think just for the perception, they wouldn't go that crazy. Like they're willing to put other things onto other consoles, but it has to be put on their own as well. Right?
Yeah.
And if they're coming out with a Halo VR game and you cannot play it on the current generation hardware, then it's a big problem, especially if it's not like third party. Because we've heard of third party games going into PC Game Pass and not going into console Game Pass, but we never heard of a first party one. And I think that would just appropriately piss off the right people.
Even though those same people have been trolling VR for years. Mo says, and this is why Halo can't evolve. Mo, are you saying that you would play a third-person Halo game and you'd be happy about that? Oh, yeah, we got that, Ham. We got that. They need to remake Halo and make Master Chief a lesbian woman and make Cortana a transgender man. Sure, bud.
Wow.
Sure.
Wow.
To each their own. Okay?
Never doesn't not surprise me, if that makes sense.
Drawn TJ with another super chat. Appreciate you, man. Really appreciate it. Says, tell Todd Howard to help supervise 343 and make it third and first person, and they can make separate modes in multiplayer. All right, you know what? This game is sounding very interesting, but it can work, Ham. It can work only, hear me out, if Master Chief is not the protagonist.
Oh, 100%. If we're taking Master Chief out of here, then give this give this franchise honestly, like what's give it to the Bethesda team that works on online games and make it an MMO.
Yeah, do that.
If we're doing that, then just make it an MMO. No Chief, easy. Okay, ODST, let's go out.
Go.
You know what I'm saying? Let's do it big. If we're doing that, then let's do it big.
Yeah. This would work. Dronte, this can work, but take Master Chief out. Sounds possible with Meta, as they just launched the Meta Quest 3. Sure. Halo is the only game that has to have everything from its predecessors on day one. Give me another game that has to do this. I'll wait. Forza, Tekken.
Oh my God, Ron, come
Football Manager,
man, come on, Ron.
Big Mad Mo. There's lots of games that people expect to have everything that was on the predecessor.
Flushing and gushing, jeez Louise.
What happened?
Ron, what the fuck, bro? That's some shit.
I'm not going to read that. I'll just applaud.
I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it then. If you ain't gonna read it, I'm gonna read it. Ron Slusher with the super disrespectful chat.
Very disrespectful.
Saying Firewalk Studios should work on Halo. Make it a 5v5 hero shooter with ODS characters and Reach characters. That sounds awful.
And you know
that sounds really bad.
And you know, if they do that, the helmets have to be off, and the character designs are going to be ass. Like, it's just going to be bad. Some Spartans are not going to fit in their suits. It's not gonna go well. Drawn TJ with another super chat. Dude, thank you so much for the super chats. Really appreciate it. $5 super chat says, Halo needs more spin-offs. Let the other studios make a Halo. I'm telling you, Ham, he is on to something.
I like that.
He is on to something.
Because what happened when Gears did tactics? What happened when Halo did, wars?
Yep.
And stuff like that. Not only
like a dragon,
you get a different flavor, but you got a totally different piece of a story.
Look at what's on the screen right now, Ham. Look at what's on the screen right now.
Yeah.
Like a dragon.
That's literally what they do. That's their whole business strategy, is to make spin-offs after spin-off.
One main game. They'll make one main game and then 4 spin-offs.
That's their whole plan, is to go somewhere or like do something. I mean, Persona does it as well, right? Atlas masters at it. How many
Yeah.
how many damn different Persona 5s can you make?
Dude, come on. Come on.
How many
People keep
Persona
buying
5s can you make?
and people keep buying them. Tekken, dude, freaking Tekken, a fighting game, has spin-offs. Tekken Tag and all these other Tekken games.
They need to get
Street
back to that.
Fighter. Sorry?
I said they need to get back to that.
The spin-offs, right?
Yeah, for Tekken, yeah. Because this
Yeah, they need to
I
chill.
honestly like the spin-offs more than I like the regular games sometimes.
What?
Tekken Tag, I like that more than Tekken 4.
Have you played Tekken 8?
I own it.
And
It's good. But I don't have any spin-off to compare it to.
true. They haven't released a spin-off in a long time.
The same with Street Fighter. They're
Same with
actually
Street Fighter.
trying to add spin-offs into the game, which is okay. But at the same time, I don't feel like since it's not its own game, they don't put as much effort into it.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely good points here on from John TJ. Appreciate all those super chats. Just phew, man. Thank you so much. We had already spoken on Like a Dragon. We're both going to get it eventually. We're just not getting it now, not because it's not it doesn't look like a great game to play. It's just that we still need to get through the whole series in the correct chronological order. It just is what it is. Vic, and this is a good one. Master of spin-off games, Mario,
Sonic,
dude. Kingdom Hearts, Kingdom Hearts.
Talk about it,
bro. Like, I don't even play Kingdom Hearts, but I know there's like 7 or 8 Kingdom Hearts games that are just spin-offs.
I mean, Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah, it just is what it is.
Even Dynasty Warriors, they're like Yakuza. They are just a spin-off. They're just a spin-off factory.
The whole thing is a spin-off.
I mean, they even do spin-offs for fucking 2K basketball.
Even Metal Gear Solid has spin-offs.
Okay, you can shut up now.
I'm just saying.
Silent Hill spin-off.
Solid.
Resident Evil spin-offs.
Big Mad Mo, you said Tekken, Log 7. Where's Bike? Bike is not a mainline character. I'm sorry. I know it sucks to hear that, because I'm guessing you're a Bike fan. He's not a mainline character. Liz, where's Dr. Boskonovich? You know what I mean?
How about Gon?
Where's Gon?
I hated that motherfucker.
Where's Mokujin?
I hated that motherfucker too.
Yeah, but everyone expects Jin, Kazuya, Heihachi, Eddie Gordo,
Law,
Warang, Law, both Laws, Paul Phoenix, etc. So no, dude, no. Sonic don't got a platform and they do more spin. Yeah, Sonic as well.
Yeah, that's Sonic, what I said right after the Sonic.
Yeah.
Even the Lord of the fucking Rings has spinoffs.
Yeah, the best thing to have Metal Gear Solid was to be in a Mario. Okay, settle down. I don't give a damn. It's a predecessor, ain't it? Exactly. And your point, right? Your point with they don't evolve is because we were pointing at the crucial things, right? The main things that make Halo. Bayek is not even like a secondary thing that makes Tekken. I'm sorry. Like, I know Bayek because I'm a Tekken guy. Your random that has played maybe 2 or 3 Tekkens, they know Eddie Gordo. That's why when Eddie was not in Tekken 8, everyone freaked out. No one cares about Bayek, right? People freaked out about what was it? 2-player co-op on Halo, because people care. Maybe you don't, but people care about 2-player co-op, right? So 2-player co-op on Halo is like Heihachi, Jin, or Kazuya on Tekken. And I don't know what it is that's on Halo that people don't care. That's Bayek, essentially. Doesn't want to hear it. All right. Forge came into Halo 3, right? Want a main thing. Okay, people are complaining about Forge. I'm not aware about that. I'm not aware about that. Ham, did you hear about people complaining about Forge?
Nah, this is between you and Mo.
All right.
I don't know
No, I'm
anything about
asking. I'm asking because I'm not a super Halo guy. But I didn't hear people complaining about Forge. But isn't Forge already on Halo? I don't know. I think it's already on Halo.
Yeah, I mean, Forge is a thing.
Okay. All right. So that was Like a Dragon. That was the only game that I could come up with. But I wanted to explore something, Ham, before we hop off today's show. The success of Warhammer Space Marine 2. What's this?
Yeah, you see Henry Cavill's been playing it.
He's a big addict of the Warhammer universe. He's got
I think he does. Doesn't he have stakes in it?
I'm not sure about stakes, but I know he's like a super fan, has hundreds of those books. Like most of those books, he has them. And he builds, like, the little toys where you build a battlefield and whatever.
Yeah, figurines and stuff.
He literally buys those and paints them. Like, he's that level of super fan. So I'm not even surprised to see that he's a big fan. Are you checking about the stakes?
Yeah.
All right. Forge came into Halo 3. Right. Want a main thing. Oh, you're talking about additions. That's the thing. Forge was a new mode. The whole changing perspectives that Dron TJ brought up was definitely it's not a new mode. It's like a brand new perspective that has never been used in the whole genre. New modes. I mean, every single game has to come out, especially these ones that have sequels upon sequels upon sequels. They have to come up with new modes. Otherwise, what are you doing, right? But the perspective of removing it'll be almost like taking a card game and making it third person. People are going to want to have a conversation with you about that.
Okay,
It's
so
on the same level. Sorry, Ham, go ahead.
So Amazon has announced that it secured the rights to Warhammer 40K and plans to start a universe of Warhammer programming that will be executive produced by and star Henry Cavill. So I don't think he owns any like stakes into it, but he is producing and starring in it.
Last news I heard, this is just a rumor. I'm not sure there's like official news on this, but last I heard, he's having issues with the Warhammer with the guys on the guys at Amazon, and he's thinking or has already left the Warhammer production team.
Oh,
so
well, that's possible. I don't know.
That is sad.
I'm not following that closely. I just
I'm following. Like I've become a super Warhammer fan. Well, not to the level of Henry Cavill, but yeah, I'm really into it. I was looking forward to these TV shows, but now kind of down because the thing with Henry Cavill is he cares about the law. One of the reasons why he left The Witcher is because they didn't want to follow the law. He kept not fighting, but having like abrasive relationships with the people making the show because they were doing things that were not law accurate to The Witcher. And they even made jokes behind his back talking about, oh, this guy is such a nerd. He actually cares what the story is, right? And when you went to Warhammer, the promise was that, okay, now he has all the control, and he's going to make sure that this thing comes out as it should. So hearing that he might be having some issues with the guys at Amazon, and he might have left, that brings my hype down for the show, like, way down. Because what probably happened is what probably happened on The Witcher as well. People were telling him to do stuff on Warhammer, and Henry was like, no, that's not
Okay,
accurate.
so as of February 6th, there was
Yeah.
an article saying Henry Cavill Warhammer 40K live action franchise gets update now properly rolling.
So this is happening.
And then I looked to see what was like the earliest article about it, and I found another article just from one day ago talking about it as if there's nothing wrong. So
Okay. So let's think positive. These are just rumors. Let's
and
go
he's
with just
talking positive about the game as of recent. So I feel like if he is mad at Warhammer, then he wouldn't
Yeah.
even be talking positively about the game. I don't think he'd be like, man, fuck these scripts, but man, this game is great. Like, I don't know.
No,
I
it's
feel
not.
I feel like if he was mad at the franchise, he wouldn't speak highly of the game just randomly.
The thing is, if the rumors are true, the issues he is supposedly having or was having, since you actually bring up the most recent article, would be with Amazon, not with Games Workshop. Games Workshop are the guys that own the IP of Warhammer, but they're not using it.
Man, there's so much like back and forth information on this that I'm getting confused.
Why? What's up?
Because within just recently there is a positive article, but I'm seeing like 1 week ago that there's a negative article or a negative video out for it. So like I don't know.
When is this thing supposed to come out? Let's just, you know what? Let's just trust that. When is it supposed to come out?
All right, so this, who is this from? I don't fucking know.
I'm reading I'm reading the article on IGN, and there's no date for when the Warhammer show is coming out. Hold on, let me Google this. Okay, Warhammer show release date. What's the January 1st on Netflix? What?
So it has a release date?
Yeah, I just
there you go, because I'm listening to this that was from a week ago, and it says that if he did anything, he saved the franchise from being. He kind of essentially did what old boy did for Deadpool.
Yeah.
He just kept the lore relevant.
Because it was looking bad, and then apparently.
So from what it looks like, and from what I just heard from you, this is a go.
Yeah.
And if anything, he saved and did good compared to had turmoil because of him. Or maybe the turmoil is because of him, but his turmoil was for the positive.
Exactly. Which is what I had like heard from a couple of like sites and a couple of YouTubers that would know about this stuff. But according to my search here, let me share it on the screen just in case anyone thinks I'm capping, right? Let me put it up on the screen. It says January 1st. See, my search says Warhammer show release date January 1st. Apparently it's going to Netflix. That makes no sense.
What?
That makes no sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
Because it's Amazon. Hold on. Let's open this Screen Rant article. There's a Screen Rant article that's more specific. Yeah, there's no way it's going to Netflix. That would be wild. Okay. Henry Cavill is attached to upcoming adaptation. Blah blah blah. Engage in battle, dystopian world. Celebrated. Still ripe. Latest news. Amazon and Games Workshop have until December 2024 to decide on the official creative direction of Warhammer 40K, or the deal is off the table. You see, this is what I'm talking about, Ham.
Oh, see, man. Oh my goodness.
This is what I'm talking about.
There's
friction.
There's nothing.
Friction. There's friction. Cavill's like, bro, we're going to be law accurate, and these guys now have until December to get their ducks in a row.
So many mixed signals. This is nuts. I don't like it.
Meanwhile, Microsoft not caring at all about Master Chief. Oh my goodness. Do you think Henry Cavill can save Halo? You think he can make a show or a movie for Halo?
No. I'm not looking out for fucking Henry Cavill to save Halo. That sounds insane.
You don't want to see Master Cheeks?
I mean,
different
no,
cheeks.
I definitely don't want to see that. But
Different
I mean,
cheeks
it'd be interesting to hear what he like just to see what's kind of going on in that head when it comes to Halo. But I wouldn't be like, this is your thing. I mean, he's a screenwriter. He's not a video game maker, and I think those are two different things.
No, I was talking about Henry Cavill making like a Halo movie or TV show.
I mean, I think he could do better than what we got.
God damn.
I thought what we got was fun and it was nice to keep up with, and I enjoyed it, but I wouldn't. But Fallout blew me away. Like, I wouldn't have had to even be a fan of the game of Fallout to enjoy that show. I felt like I had to be a fan of Halo to enjoy the Halo show.
It was pretty mid. I gave up like 2 episodes into the second season. I was like, nah, I'm good.
I like the second season. It was better than the first one.
The first one was
still a lot of talking, though. Still a lot of talking in the second one, though.
All right. Anyways,
I literally enjoyed it, but it was just like I see why people didn't, and I don't think I'm crazy for being able to see that.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, so on this last topic, success of Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2 changes everything. That's what the devs say, and yes, there are ideas for Space Marine 3. Ham, do you have a final word on Space Marine 2, and are you looking forward to Space Marine 3? Mo says, I don't, and I didn't like Fallout, and I loved Halo. Hey, man, they said, we said, bro. That's why we're here, so you can give your opinion. My wife as well. Nice. Ham, your thoughts on Space Marine 2, final thoughts on Space Marine 2, and are you excited for Space Marine 3?
Oh,
what would you like to see there?
I mean, I just want them to continuously support what they currently have right now, make that as good as they possibly can, and earn your way to Space Marine 3 by the fans. Like, I think they already are like getting the notion of, hey, man, people are really liking this, right? But but in my opinion, a really good game can be liked by a lot of people. But like a great game in the sense of like time, really can sometimes just continue to provide you content that will further make you enjoy the game and have it maybe make sense on when they stop supporting.
Yeah.
Right? Like I felt like whether you loved Gears of War 5 or not, you can't deny the way they stopped supporting it wasn't on the best spot, in my opinion. When they put out that last DLC for Hive Busters, it was like, wow.
Chef's kiss.
Yeah, yes, it was a perfect sayonara for Gears 5. No matter how you felt throughout the time, you can't say that the way they ended it was bad.
Yeah.
And I just want that to be for Space Marine. I feel like their ceiling's a little bit higher because people unanimously love the campaign, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I feel like it got judged very similar though to Gears 5, maybe a little bit harsher.
What?
But I
You
feel
think
like
the campaign got judged harshly?
no, I'm talking about just like the score of the game.
Oh, okay.
Just like the bottom line score. I felt like it was a little bit harsher than it was on Gears. But I think it was phenomenal. And what they provided, giving you 3 different main modes, that being campaign, PvE, like level based, and then also PvP. Like that is anytime a game does that, it should be applauded.
Yeah. They gave you a complete experience.
Yes, exactly. Like imagine if Spider-Man would have gave us Spider-Man Online with Spider-Man 2. That could have possibly changed your entire score of being able to play with somebody else because maybe you're not feeling the story.
Yeah.
But hey, maybe you end up loving the combat and playing it with somebody else, running around the city doing stuff is just more fun.
That online would have made more money than Concord. I'm just saying.
Oh, with that, dude, bro. Like they would have still been throwing cash right now.
Right now. Yeah.
Like that, like to me, that's a no-brainer to the point where I'm like, Sony, what exactly were you thinking? Like, how did you have the idea of Spider-Man Online and think that
And
it
not
was
follow
okay
through.
to take it back or walk it back or shelve it or whatever you did? Like, I don't understand where you're like, shelve that, keep that. Like, you guy gave us Concord, shelve The Last of Us, shelve Twisted Metal, and shelve fucking Spider-Man. We got a high profile Star Wars like game coming out, y'all. Like, be careful. Like that's
this is going to destroy. It's going to melt the internet. That's what that's what happened. And Nate
broke the
laughing his ass off.
They broke the internet for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, they did melt the internet. That's true. That is true. They did melt the internet. When they launched and when they unlaunched. Anyways, Ham.
Weren't you saying a while ago about one of the first games to ever be out and then taken back? Wasn't that like
it was the Amazon game?
Yeah,
it was the Amazon game. And here we are. Here we are now.
And the crazy thing is we look at Concord really horribly, like for all this, right?
Yeah.
But in my opinion, this is just the beginning. Because now we have games that can die fairly quick. It might not be
a precedent.
Yes. I feel like you're going to see this more often, but maybe not from... I don't feel like it'll always be from as large of a dev team or publisher like PlayStation. But you're definitely going to see... I mean, it didn't even really start with Concord, right? It definitely... Like Babylon's Fall and all these other games in its previous we've seen. But I think the thing that's so stunning about this one is just how short that life cycle was. That life cycle was unprecedentedly short. But I definitely think that now we have games that love to try to make a quick buck off of people and play with trends. That this generation is just the beginning of that. kind of thing. I mean, sure, it's happened a little bit in the PS3, a little bit in the Xbox One, PS4 generation, but not like this.
Yeah.
This generation, it's been like games getting shut down like regularly every year.
Quick fast. These guys are not sticking with their quarterbacks.
No.
You fail by the
But
third
the
year.
thing is like I don't even know where they're drafting these motherfuckers. like that's the thing. Like I understand it. Like when you get a draft from Texas, like quarterback from Texas or whatnot, it makes sense because it's like, oh, their program, that makes a lot of sense and whatnot. But like you ask, like, where'd you draft this motherfucker? It's like, oh yeah, we just got him out the bin of what fucking Epic tried to do. And it's like,
There's no
Epic slip fell and just landed in the money though, right? Like
pretty much.
like they broke their back at the gas station and got a ton of cash. Like
That kind of just happened. Kind of just happened. But here we are. I'm looking forward to the next live service Sony game. Hopefully, it's going to be better than Concord.
We already know what it is, bro.
What is the next one?
Oh
yeah,
the
one where you
showcase that you gave
where you
a lot
go
of
after the rich people.
The
one where you rob rich people, right?
Well, it's something like that. I forget what that damn game is called. Oh my god, it's a thief game. I know that.
That in and of itself tells you something about the game. The fact that no one can remember what it's called.
Oh, somebody in the chat, I'm sure, will say it. Like,
we just know it's not looking great.
I'm surprised it wasn't shown at this last showcase. I thought it was supposed to come out this year.
They might soft cancel that motherfucker. They might just do that.
Fair games. That's
there we go.
Fair games.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at that game up real quick right now. Fair.
I wouldn't be surprised if they canceled it, Nice and quiet. Because can you imagine another Concord in the same year?
Oh, they shaking. Bro, like
that's what I'm saying. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, okay, let's give people back their pre-orders. This game's not coming out.
I don't even think there's a pre-order for it. But yeah, it's Jade Raymond's game, Fair Games from Haven Studios. I don't know, like yeah, man. After Concord, I imagine they're clutching their purse.
Like, are you sure about this,
bro? Like they might be looking real close. Like, hey, is this steak from Denny's or is it from Chris? Because there's a difference. I want to know that when they bring out the receipt, that I'm not gonna lose my fucking mind. and here's the thing, like, I feel like Fair Games will be a cheaper game than Concord. I don't think they're gonna go as hard for mocap and stuff like that. To me, that really wouldn't make sense in Fair Games, because Fair Games reminds you of the finals.
How's that doing?
The finals?
Yeah,
I think it's doing all right. I'll look it up real quick. All right, so the finals right now, sitting at 13,000 players. Not bad.
That's very good. That's more than Halo. Dark Lord Alu must be trolling. Anyways, do you wanna plug anything before we hop on out of here today?
Not in particular. I mean, actually, yeah. I should be doing an episode behind them sticks tomorrow with VK Sam Heath. He is a developer from Born Monkey, and he has a game coming out called Occult Chambers on Steam. that you can check out if you want. Like I said, indie dev. That's who I'm going to be talking to tomorrow. I'm pretty excited about that, just to kind of learn more about the game that he's working on. Because these indie devs today, I mean, not to say that they weren't talented back in the day, but they just have so much access to be so much more than what they were previously. So it's really interesting to see what these folks are coming
And
out
they're
with.
the only ones really innovating, if we're being honest.
That's a fact. Yeah, they're the only ones that's definitely taking a step into different directions than trying to remaster or bring back the same feeling of a different game that's already came out before.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's who I'm interested, or not interested. That's who I'm interviewing tomorrow. So you guys come through. That one's going to be a
What
little
time?
earlier, 5 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock
Okay.
Central. I think that yes, 2 o'clock Pacific, and then I don't know what that is for you. 5 o'clock Eastern.
All right. Um, thanks to everyone for coming through and watching, and especially the super chats. Dron, TJ, Rachie, appreciate you guys. Thank you to everyone that came in just to chat with us. We also appreciate you guys. Legendary Yobi, Big Mad Mo, big consistent support to the channel. And Nate, Dark Lord, Alu, even though I think he was trolling Vic, the motherfucking click, Ron, the slasher or slasher, as Ham likes to likes to
The
suggest.
slasher.
Ty came through here. Mr. Joanna Dark, my brother in Kojima as well, was here. Lady Foxfire, with the good insight as well. Straight Duval. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. We have these shows almost every single day. Yeah, yeah. Sour
You say
Blow
your
as
name
well.
already?
Through Sun Rash. Jeez, man. Sorry, Ham, you were saying?
You said innate already?
Yeah, I already said Nate.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so thank you to everyone for coming through. We really do appreciate you guys. We have shows or video game streams every single day of the week and Saturday. So tomorrow, like Ham said, he's doing a interview on Behind Them Sticks. It's going to be a lengthy interview slash podcast. Friday, it's bullshitting with me, Ham, Cozy Beluga, Matt Likes Games, Mental Nina, and a guest or two. Saturday, Kalela will stream Halo Ranked, and she's pretty good. So make sure to come through on Saturday to watch that. On Monday, it's Everything Plus Gaming. We were talking about the thousand bottles of baby oil and also video game stuff this past Monday. Tuesday, as always, I stream Football Manager for a couple of hours, and then Wednesdays we do what we're doing right now. It's the lowdown. We talk about video games, look at some trailers, and react of the gaming news that is popping off at the moment. So yeah, make sure to like and subscribe. We're here almost every single day. We'll see you tomorrow for bullshitting with Mr. Ham Solo. And who's the guest, Ham?
The guest is VK Sam Heath.
All right. So thank you so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.